What's up guys, Newbie here bringing you a brand new GamePRo feature, automatic shiny horde hunting. Let's jump right in. In Generation 6, Pokemon introduced horde encounters, where 5 Pokemon appear instead of 1. By using a Pokemon with the move Sweet Scent, you can make sure you always encounter a horde, effectively increasing your chances of finding a shiny 5-fold. Despite this, it can still be incredibly time consuming, given the odds of finding a shiny are reported to be 1 in 4096 in Gen 6 games. This is where the GamePRo comes into its own. This new piece of software I've written will automatically repeat the horde encounter process until it encounters a shiny. It starts by accessing your Pokemon party, selects the Pokemon in the second slot and uses the move Sweet Scent. It will then wait until the bottom screen goes dark, at which point it will begin a timer. Once the bottom screen lights up again, the timer will stop and the blackout time is returned. The blackout time is roughly 2 seconds longer for a shiny encounter than a regular encounter. If a shiny is not detected, it will run from battle and repeat the process. For this particular piece of software, everything is done on a timed basis, and actually the only thing the webcam is being used for is to record the encounter. I'll quickly show you the computer monitor now, and you can see it's keeping track of the number of hordes that have been encountered. It is also giving the blackout time in milliseconds, which you can see is consistently around 14,600. So I'm going to leave this running now, and we'll come back a little bit later and see if it does what it's supposed to. Alright, and here we are back ages later. And yes, if we look at that, we can see on the DS screen there is a light bluey green coloured Sandshrew sitting right in the middle, which means that the GamePRo has done its job properly. And if we jump over to the laptop screen here, you can see that took 634 hordes, and that last encounter, the blackout time was 16.5 seconds. And also the webcam should have recorded that encounter, so let's take a look. Okay, so that worked perfectly, but I did actually come across a limitation of this software, and you'll see it here. So this is me trying to get a shiny encounter with a horde of Shuppets. And the problem that I encountered, and as I said, you'll see it come up here, during the blackout time, the Pokemon's ability Frisk comes up on the screen, and actually while it's doing so, the bottom screen stays black. So in this particular encounter, you'll see now it's not going to run from the battle because it thinks it's found a shiny. And the reason for that, if we look over now at the laptop monitor, is the encounter actually took more than 18 seconds, so that's how long the bottom screen was dark for. And it's because it stays dark when the ability shows up. So what I did to correct this is I used the webcam on the GamePRo, and you'll be able to see here there's a little black square there, and that is basically looking for the red color of the pixels that show up when the ability comes up on the screen, which you can see it just came up then. And you'll see rather than the timer continuing to run, it stops it as soon as it sees that. So it actually stopped it at 12.575 seconds. So actually what the GamePRo is doing, it's not only checking the webcam for those red pixels, but it's also using the bottom screen for the blackout time, and it's basically whichever one that occurs first. Either the bottom screen becomes light again, or it sees the red pixels of the ability. So you see in this case just here, the ability didn't come up, but it still recorded the time as 12.8 seconds, and that's because it was using the bottom screen blackout time. So with the new feature implemented, I managed to find a shiny Shuppet, and this was the encounter. So that one was a little bit lame, but here are some of the others that I've had so far. So there you have it, automatic shiny horde hunting. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And until next time, see ya.